Greetings, this is rsmalec, and I wanted to bring you a quick update on my Toybox custom adventure map. When we last spoke, I was in quite a quandary trying to figure out how I was going to copy and paste all of the entries together, given that some of my tools were not quite ready to handle all of the 1.4.2 features. However, I want to say an enormous thank you to Rumsey. Rumsey is the creator of the Minecraft Crafting Azeroth custom map. It is a full reproduction of World of Warcraft's Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor and Minecraft. It is awesome, go check it out. Rumsey heard my cry for help and wrote a special program for me that allowed me to take all 80 of the custom entries and compile them into one map, recalculating all of the positional spawner data, custom command block teleport data, item frames, and everything else, and so far it seems to be working perfectly. So huge thanks to Rumsey for that. The Toybox is back in progress of compilation, and beta starts at the time this video uploads. That's right, entrants to this contest are going to be receiving their first of several beta files today. Now don't get super excited. The first beta is basically going to be taking a look at your avatars that will be featured in the credits, making sure that I didn't screw them up or misquote your name. The other very important announcement that I have is the winner of the contest. So as you remember, there were multiple categories that were included in the scoring for these 80 entries. It was extremely difficult to judge them. So in order to break a number of tiebreakers, I had to go back to the drawing board. I took the same categories that I had originally included in the scoring, and I tweaked the way that I rated them just slightly. For theme, I did look across all of the entries, and anyone who had a unique theme, in my opinion, was given a 1. From a special effects perspective, I was able to give ratings from 0 to 2. The visuals were 0 to 2. I combined 2 of the ratings together, the use of walls and the use of the entire room, and you either got 0 or 1 points for that combined category. I gave up to 2 points for the story approach. This was really the heart of the adventure, your ability to tell your story or a portion of the overall story effectively in a small space. I also gave up to 2 points for being a multi-step entry. I increased the number of points available for exits, and what I was looking for here was whether or not your approach to the exits in your map were linked to the story that you told and choices that the player would have to make, with actual perceived consequences. Nearly everyone got the point for grammar and spelling, and I would say it was about 50-50 on the maps that had a risk-reward component. So basically, was there any sense of danger in the map, or was it purely a peaceful adventure? That left 4 points available for my final category, which was my personal wow factor, as it came out to this point. So without further ado, let's get down to the breakdown of the winners. Tied for third place runner-up in this competition are 4 entries that all received a total rating of 12. These were The Fall by Tashara, Archery Competition by Oracloud, Live Long or Let Die by Dragon Wolfie, and Zombie Invasion by King Lao 3. The next grouping of entries were entries that scored 13 points, and these were The Ballroom by Jagarbov, Degrees of Freedom by Ironforge, and The Sewer Works by Happy Pear. The first runner-ups were split between 6 maps. All 6 of these scored 14 points. Before the End by Pycea 997, Mutiny Bay Bartering by Toad 3, This Fiction by Fangride, The Lost Tomb by Cold Fusion Gaming, Invasion by The Boy with Trains, and Doctor's Orders by Jay Gazmom. Seeing that the first place runner-ups were tied 6 ways, I had to go with my own personal judgment to choose the winner, and I chose Jay Gazmom's Doctor's Orders. This is a fantastic entry because it tells an incredible story in multiple stages, and the choices at the end of the story were perfect. The visuals were realistic and colorful, and the theme was utterly unique. I was really blown away with the wow factor on this one. This entry is really interesting to me because even though it got high ranks, it didn't include any real special effects bud switches, or redstone, and although she's an awesome builder, JGazMom is not a published map maker. So congratulations to JGazMom and everyone else who entered. This was a fantastic challenge, and now we will focus on getting the Toybox map through beta and into the hands of players everywhere.